pass that around.
I have a quick question for Lynda. What year did you do the piece that you said was your first piece after you went back to art?
1998.
1998? And coincidentally, they are cutting down every tree along the street of my development right now. And it's killing me to see that. Most of them are Bradford pears, and so they, in a big wind, they kind of just tilt, and a branch will come off, and it's always in the street. So I'm sure that's why they're doing that. Not all of them are Bradford pears, but they have, they come and they cut them down, and then they leave the logs on the street, and then another crew will come the next day to pick up the logs, and then another crew will come within the week to grind up the stump. And it's really killing me because, the prettiest streets are tree-lined streets. But if you want to pick up some.
Where is that?
In Woodstream. I'm in Lanham off of Greenbelt Road.
Oh, okay.
I can give you my information.
Bradford pear.
Yeah, they've marked the trees so that, you can tell when they're coming down. I mean, at least 100 have been taken down already. It's terrible. It's horrible, but it would be great to see them, reincarnated. There's a connection I have to each of you. My mother went to Hunter College, and Janet, you said you went to Cornell?
I did some classes at Cornell.
Classes? Okay. That's my alma mater.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody else? Well, I mean, I have a question. Again, it goes back to the titles, of the show, of the pieces in the show. Spiraling up. I believe you had a piece called Exuberance. I mean, you have a lot of pieces that have a lot of, spiritual titles to it, and I thought it'd be great if you could speak on, where you come up with the titles for the pieces.
Well, for Exuberance, it's a small piece, but I call it Exuberance because of the texture that was created. If I could bring that right here just so you
Okay.
see. But this is the nature story of the insects or beetles, whatever, created the texture that we as humans could never create that texture. So it's very exuberantly made, right? So this was an apple tree that somebody gave me. So this actually was not in my neighborhood, but a friend gave me the wood.
Back.
And the other titles, I guess they are a spiritual nature in that, like this is called Open Book, and I'm inviting people to look at the forces of nature, what nature has done, even the cracks in the. Apparently that was a branch coming off there, and so that crack right there. And beckoning, you can see that I'm asking, that dogwood branch that I sliced in the bandsaw, and when I repeated it, reminded me of, when you go down, you could drive down the road and you can see the arches of trees and so on, and so it just felt like, and then the stairs going up, I was beckoning people to the mystery of trees.
And
the very end piece is called Beacon, because again, that's a burled maple that was from my backyard, and I gold gilded the burl, and then I created, and that's a black walnut base there, and I created there's lights underneath the soffit there, so it's on there. Again, beacon, it was like bringing people to this piece of nature.
Oh, you caught me out. Well, I find it very difficult to give titles to any of my work, as I usually work in a series. And I like to think of the series as a series rather than a grouping of just a number of separate pieces, because they come about serially, truly. You do one, and I'm not going to leave that, I'm going to do another, and then, well, that suggests another, and then those three, you go on to another, and then you want to change your scale a little bit, or you want to do something that's on legs or on the wall, but it's still the same series. And I couldn't think of enough names to cover all those nests. That's my answer.
How many are in the
So it's
series?
said.
How many are in the series?
The last number here is 37. I have to tell you, I think I skipped a whole decade of numbers inadvertently. So I think there's probably closer to, well, there are 18 pieces here, and I've made a number of nests with these boxes, so that there are a lot of nests. A lot of nests. There you go.
Anybody else have any other questions? Yeah. Hang on 1 second.
Okay.
I don't really have a question, but I have a comment. And I've been listening to what the ladies are saying, and it, to me, represents life and what we as collectors do. You have the nest, which represents our homes, and we're constantly picking up stuff like birds do and putting them in our homes, and they come from all facets. And here's this wood, which is one component that they may put in. So it's like a cycle of life. We're adjusting and readjusting our nest throughout our lives, and the sculptures represent things that we could bring into our lives. Like, a number of people have been talking about what they would like to buy, around here. So it's just reflective to me of what collectors do and what we do in life.
Rose?
Well, I was intrigued by the hand. It's nest number 30, but I'm going to name it myself. And I think we had a conversation about it, and I think that it's a very powerful piece, yet a very inviting piece. It's a hand that is extended, that's open, with a very delicate egg in the hand. And the hand represents strength to me because it's a black hand with a delicate piece that says, I am strong, you are delicate, and I'm going to protect you. And I saw it before today, and when I saw it, I said, I don't know what all this means, but I know what it means to me. And when we talked about it, Janet, you said, well, it's a mannequin's hand, and so now I know where the hand came from and the whole history behind it. So it's a very powerful piece to me, but yet delicate in a way, in a sense. And I'm the proud owner of that hand.
Well, thank you for, I think, christening that one with a wonderful description, and I really like it. I hadn't thought of it in the manner in which you described it, but now it means a lot more to me.
Wonderful. I'll take good care of it.
Thank you. I'm sure you will.